Hello again, everybody. Zack Attack is here with the Atakline for this Thursday, Rare Thursday edition, July the 23rd, 2015. I have made an Atakline in about a week. I've been very busy doing gigs, going to concerts, going to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. So I've been very busy. I'll give you some of the things I've been up to the last week. Gig-wise, DJ Zack Attack got a gig tonight, another movie night, which will be at the Bruce Township Park tonight, the final one of the year. I did one last week, this past Thursday, at Frontier Town. Never done a gig at Frontier Town before. Mobile, it's on Main Street, downtown Mobile. Way better attendance than the one at the community center 2 weeks ago. Way better attendance. And I like it there at Frontier Town. It's a great setup. There's a petting zoo in the back. There's an ice cream parlor by where we set up the movie, so it's a very good place to have a movie night for sure. I love that place for a movie night. It's probably my new favorite. Hope we do it again there next year. I like Bruce Township too, but Frontier Town's cool. I was supposed to do 2 gigs on Friday, but my dad, who was his birthday by the way this past Saturday, turning 60, he had the pre-60 flu. He felt a little ill on Friday. Wasn't able to do our golf outing we were open to do at Bruce Hills Golf Course in Romeo this past Friday morning, but we were able to do the special needs. He got well enough for special needs on Friday night. Attendance almost up there with June. It was a little bit better attendance wise, despite lower than usual attendance. It was still a fun special needs this past Friday. It's always fun, no matter who shows up, no matter how many people. Then Saturday, this past Saturday, did a grad party for Andrew, who's a high school basketball for ACB and all the basketball games and stuff. And some guys shows up been up and down lately. Then Anthony Poyas 3 weeks ago, it was awesome. So was this party. It was a laid back affair like the afternoon. I was like, this be a laid back evening. Then we got to 10, it was supposed to rain. Never did, and all the teenagers showed up by the time we ended at 2. We were booked 6 to 10. We had to play an extra few hours till 2. And it was crazy. You know, the second win, the third win, it was a crazy party, man. Probably the best boys party besides Anthony Poyas. So that was my gig action. Got a gig tonight and a grad party on Saturday for a loyal customer of the Wappens family and their special needs son, Cole, who's great. I've known them for almost 8 years, so recorded DJ's grad party. It's awesome. Then went to a concert this past Sunday at the Great Gigs. Saw Run-DMC, an old school rap jam, I called it, at Pine Knob DTE this past Sunday, the 19th. Besides the headliners, it was a hot day. It was like 90. I had a little sunburn here and there on my arms. It's been a hot week. A lot of people didn't get there till late, so they missed the first 2 bands, Sugar Hill Gang and Grandmaster Flash's Furious 5. They did. The first song was Apache, which I thought the crowd would go nuts for, but the crowd wasn't there yet. Apache didn't get the reaction I thought it was gonna get. But the end of the rap was like it was kind of like a co-ed thing. Like Sugar went up for like 10 minutes. Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5 came up for 10 minutes, did some songs including The Message, and they both came out to do a duet on Rappers Delight. Downside, no white lines for Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5. I love that song. White lines, love that song. Besides the headliners, the second best act besides Run-DMC, Houdini, who surprised me. Yeah, I knew the songs, you know, Freaks Come Out at Night and Friends, how many others have them. But they killed, man. They were great. They were the first band to get everybody on the feet. A lot more people alive before Houdini. And they kicked it. Naughty by Nature liked them, but they should have gone on for 45 instead of an hour. And they were an odd mix, odd fit, because Sugar Hill, Grandmaster, Houdini, Run-DMC are mostly late 70s, early 80s groups from the rap era. Not about Angel really only 90s representatives, so they didn't get as big a reaction as Houdini did, and more importantly, the headliners did. Even though the Run-DMC was the headliners, they weren't the very last act. That was DJ Jazzy Jeff. I don't know how they planned that out. But the headliners, Run-DMC, killed. It's tricky. I love playing that song in my shows. The crowd went nuts doing that song. I went nuts to Mary Mary, a deep cut from their Tougher Than Leather album, because I like this. Mary Mary, why you bugging? There goes it all the rest. Watt Box. Kings of Watt, Sucker MCs, a little bit of Here We Go. Ending with Walk This Way in My Adidas. Well, Walk This Way was the last song. Of course, the big thing is not having Jam Master J around. They have JMJ's son, whose name is Jason. That's why it makes sense, but it's JMJ's son. That's cool. He's good. You know, it's not the same with his dad, but I think he's filling his dad's shoes pretty well. Really well, I think. So as my concert this past Sunday, DJ Jesse Jeff, half the crowd laughed after Run-DMC. So I kind of felt bad for DJ Jesse Jeff. He was a decent last act, you know, the DJ set, but Run-DMC were the two headliners. So that was great. For concerts this past Sunday, I got 2 concerts next week. Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett. You go from Sucker MCs to cheek with Lady Gaga and Bennett on Monday at Meadowbrook, and then next Wednesday I'm going with my dad to 2 tribute bands of my dad's 2 favorite rock bands. Tribute band of Led Zeppelin 2, and the Australian Pink Floyd show, tribute to Pink Floyd. Now let's get down to the number ones that's happened since I've been gone. Well, indeed, a big week for Ant-Man, as I had feared. Ant-Man destroyed Trainwreck and ended up being the number 1 movie with a very impressive $58 million. And Minions, last week's number 1, also beat Amy Schumer's movie, making an impressive $49 million. Actually, Ant-Man made 57, by the way, clarify. Trainwrecked, got Trainwrecked, kind of. 30 mil. Decent showing, but it lost to millions in its second week. At least it did better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be like Ant-Man 90 million, Trainwreck 10. So I'm glad I didn't get that slaughtered as I had feared. But congrats to both Amy Schumer and Paul Rudd for their successful movies in the top 5 of the movie charts. We'll see what happens this week with Adam Sandler's latest film, Pixels. After bomb after bomb after bomb after bomb of Adam Sandler's career going down the drain, this could do well. Even if it's going up against a possible Oscar candidate, Southpaw coming out this week, and Paper Towns. So we'll see who wins that number 1. But as we've seen, stupid beats smart every day. Explosions mean more than real art. Ant-Man beat Trainwreck. I expect Pixels to beat Southpaw. More number 1s. Billboard. Well, we have another new number 1 album. This is, of course, the second week with the new release Friday. It feels weird. New release Friday instead of new release Tuesday. Tyrese's album lands at number 1 on the Billboard chart this week. On the Billboard Top 200. Won the Hot 100 for the second week in a row. Cheerleader by Omi reigns supreme. While The Weeknd garners a second straight song to land at number 2. Earned it for 50 Shades of Grey, was stuck at number 2 for weeks. When See You Again was on top of the charts. Now his latest song, and I love this song. I can't feel my face when I'm with you. I love playing that song. It's number 2 now on the Billboard Hot 100. That's like my new favorite song besides Cheerleader right now. I love I Can't Feel My Face. I've been playing it almost every gig, and the reaction's been awesome to that song. People requested, so there you go. Congrats to your Billboard number 1s. Now, on to a little award show news. I usually make a separate video, about my thoughts on the VMA nominations. So I decided not to do that this year. Decided to just give you my thoughts on the VMA nominations and the aftermath of the nominations on this video. August 30th would be, of course, the VMAs on that night. And, of course, we know who the host is. Miley Cyrus is hosting. Yeah, that's going to be a whole lot of interesting. She had the most talked about performance in years, 2 years ago. They truck her around the world. And, of course, she is the reigning Video of the Year winner from last year. Who will take her spot? Of course, Taylor Swift leads the nominations with a mind-blowing 9 nominations, including Video of the Year, as she'll take on her BFF Ed Sheeran for Thinking Out Loud, Beyonce 7-Eleven video, the Uptown Funk video, and the All White video. I like the Bad Blood video, very special effects heavy. I like Blink Spink's better, but Bad Blood's decent for being storyline heavy. But I love Ed Sheeran's video. It's just so beautiful, elegant, very classy video. Other big nominees, Weeknd got a nomination for Undead. He'll take on Nick Jonas, Kendrick Lamar, Mark Ronson, and Sheeran Best Male Video. A lot of people get nominated. Even Fatty Rap's nominated for a couple, going for Best Hip Hop Video against some big heavy hitters. Of course, the full list is on the MTV.com. Even Jones was nominated. Love that song, Budapest. For Artists to Watch, no longer a Best New Artist. But one artist was not too thrilled about her nominations. Despite being nominated for Best Hip Hop Video and Best Female Video for Anaconda, Nicki was not too happy about getting shafted out of the Video of the Year category. She threw some shade on the MTV that started an inadvertent Twitter war with Taylor Swift. It all started when Nicki said, well, seeing MTV's nominations today, you gotta be skinny to be a nominee for Video of the Year. Fat bitches don't get nominations. She didn't say that, but she was kind of throwing shade at all skinny people. Taylor thought it was an attack at her. Inserting her 2 cents in. Unfortunately, it's something Taylor should have stayed out of. It turned into something that should have not been anything. She thought she was being called out. That's what she said when she, I think she's like, I love your in-ring, Nicki. And then Nicki got at Nick. Even Katy Perry, who has got a little rivalry with Taylor Swift, and the woman inspiration behind Bad Blood, even inserted her 2 cents in. There's many people calling race card, and it was about the race card, about skinny bitches, skinny people getting nominations. And I think Nicki was trying to make a point about getting shafted out of the big nominations. Yeah, she's got some minor nominations for, I guess, the Best Female, Best Hip Hop, but she wanted to be nominated for the big one as well. And like everyone was saying, like, she was trying, like, Minaj said to Taylor, why did you even get involved? I'm not referring to you. I was trying to highlight the challenges minority artists face, getting the same recognition as their peers in the main categories of award shows. Taylor would soon apologize, like I mentioned, saying that I thought I was being called out. I missed the point. I misunderstood, then misspoke. Sorry, Nicki. Nicki then responded on Twitter, that means so much, Taylor. Thank you. I've always loved her. Everyone makes mistakes. She gained so much respect from me. Let's move on. So I hope everyone does move on from this little hubbubaloo that should have not been a hubbubaloo at all. You know, I love Taylor, but Taylor should have. This is the only time that Taylor should have just stayed out of it. You know, she should have. She should have thought before she spoke. That's a lesson of the day, Taylor. Think before you speak. Don't get it twisted. That's all I gotta say. Besides the VMAs and the little beef that should have not been with Taylor and Nicki nominated Airwaves this week, of course, the biggest news came this past Monday when, shockingly out of thin air, Blake and Miranda sung a duet of D-I-V-O-R-C-E after 4 years of marriage. It came at a big surprise for people, as I thought things were well in the Blake and Miranda land. There had been rumors of divorce for years. You know, there have been rumors. They're trying to die it down. But now they all sadly divorced. I thought they were a cute couple, like Sheldon and Miranda Lambert. But now they all officially divorced. The gossip mill has been piling up with possible reasons for the divorce. Of course, there have been rumors for years about each other cheating on each other. There has been reports that Blake cheated on people, cheated on Miranda with some people. Hell, Chris Young was even shouted out as a possible ingenue of Miranda Lambert. He soon denied it. But of course, besides the infidelity issues that apparently between both of them, another big factor that could be beneficial in the cause of the divorce, Blake's busy schedule, especially with The Voice. Now, these two tour a lot. That's understandable when you're two big artists. You tour a lot. But Blake adds more workload with, of course, being a judge on The Voice. So, and Miranda's not been a big fan of it. About traveling, according to several sources, including TMZ, among others. My 2 cents. Sad to see him break up. For whatever reason, I thought they were a very good couple. I think a lot of people, including myself, probably thought they were going to last as long as Tim and Faith. You know, that's what we all thought, but it ended up not being the case. Very sad to hear about that situation. So there you go. Blake and Man of Divorce, and the rumor mill is piling up with the gossip about he said, she said bullshit. He cheated on her. She cheated on him. Voice was a factor. I don't want to get into that too much. I'll just leave it at that. And so that's it for the attack line for this day. Thank you very much for watching. You've all been attacked by the news from Zach. See you later. Keep cool out there. It's been very hot lately, especially here in Michigan. See ya. Yeah.